welcome back to Handmade, not Hallmark, and today I've got another card for my Christmas series for this year featuring some amazing products from Waffle Flower. I just love how this card turned out and how festive it feels. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. The first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to get my background all done so I had an opportunity to dry before we started layering up all of our die cuts. So this card is actually all die cuts. The only stamping I did was on the inside of the card for the greeting, but I really like to do all die cut cards sometimes because it just gives you some fun to play with die cuts and lots of dimension and lots of fun things like that. And these products from Waffle Flower are perfect for this. So I've got a stencil here from Hero Arts, and I'm using some of my texture paste to create a fun kind of brick background for my poinsettias and all of my greenery to kind of be behind, or excuse me, be in front of. I wanted to add some texture to the background, and I really felt like this would be a good way to do that. So I'm just using white, and then I have like a light piece of gray cardstock that's already pre-cut to the size that I want for my card. So I'm going to get everything all cleaned up, and I'm going to set this off to the side to dry completely before we start working on the other elements of our card. Just going to clean the edges up here a little bit, and then get everything cleaned up because this will dry really, really hard. So you want to make sure you wash all of your stuff off after you're done using it. So I'm going to get that all set off to the side, and I'm going to work on my die cut. So I pre-die cut everything ahead of time just to save some time in the video, and I'm going through and I'm adding some ink blending to them. So I'm using some of these little ink blending brushes I had gotten from Amazon a while back, and some distress inks. These are regular distress inks. I'm using aged mahogany for the red. I'm going to use rustic wilderness for the green, and pine needles as well as a little bit of black soot. So I'm just going in and I'm just adding some shading to the poinsettias just to give them some interest and deepen them and kind of make them look a little more interesting. You definitely don't have to do this. You could leave them the way that they are. They're beautiful as is, but I just like to add details to die cuts. This is one of the ways that I like to do it. I also like to use my Copic marker sometimes to create dimension. This is just a little bit quicker. So once I have the poinsettias all done, I'm going to set those off to the side here, and I'm going to work on the green parts. I did lots of pine needles and some of the other green sprigs that go with this. I really like these pine branches. I really think they look really realistic with all the different gaps and layers in them. Super fun. And I love this set from Waffle Flower. It came out earlier this year. I think it was part of their Christmas release in July, I believe. But I'll have everything linked in the description box below if you guys are interested in any of these products. So just going through and adding some color to these pine needles closer to the center and kind of letting it fade out to the cardstock color on the ends. And then for the other little branches here, I had started out with this Distress Oxide color, but it was almost exactly the same. So I decided to switch it over to the Rustic Wilderness, and it was a lot better. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of color to the pine cones as well, with just a little bit of black soot, just to add some depth to those as well. They are a pretty dark brown already, but adding just a little bit of the black kind of helps add a little bit of shadow. So once this was all finished, I kind of had some issues with my filming here. I did get my background panel all adhered down once it was nice and dry. And then I'm going to work on my greeting, which is also from Waffle Flower. It says Happy Holidays. And I die cut it using some gold glitter cardstock from, I believe this is from Lawn Fawn, as well as just some scrap cardstock I had that I needed to use up to layer up behind it. So while I'm gluing that down, I'm kind of explain what happened in my video here. It just kind of cut off. I don't know when it happened. I don't know why it happened, but after I get done doing my greeting here, it had cut off at some point while I was assembling my card, and I lost all of the footage. I still wanted to share this card with you guys because I did still have this beginning part, and the rest of it's kind of easy to explain. There isn't really any right or wrong way to adhere the flowers and the greenery on this card. You can do it however you like, whatever you feel looks the best, and I just use liquid glue and foam adhesive to adhere everything down. So once we get to that part, I'll explain it a little bit better. but I'm just adding liquid glue to the back of this die cut to adhere everything together, just to give it some dimension. As you guys know, it's one of my favorite ways to add die cut greetings is with a little bit of a layered dimension. So here you can see I've got my card base all glued down, and I'm going to add a greeting on the inside. And this comes from the Christmas greetings insides from Simon Says Stamp. Again, I'll have everything listed below. I've used this one a lot in the past, and I'm going to stamp this greeting down on the inside using some of the Honey Bee Gold Metallic Pigment ink. I recently just got this, and I've always wanted to have like a gold ink on hand for whenever I want to have, you know, a gold greeting but not have to do any embossing. And this is really, really pretty. I really like this gold. It stands out and it matches pretty well with the gold I have on the outside of the card, and I really felt like it was nice and festive to go on the inside of this card. So once I had that all done, I'm going to get ready to adhere or do all the kind of assembly on the front. So here you can see I've kind of got where I want to put everything, and I've got these little branches that come with the die set as well, and I'm going to put the little berries on here. I didn't add any kind of ink blending to these because they were super tiny and I didn't feel like they needed it. But I wanted to add these in as well, and you can kind of see where I'm going with this. I've got the two poinsettias and I've got the greenery tucked around it, and then I'm going to add the branches in around those as well as the pine cones. And once I have all of those adhered down, I did go in with a little bit of that same texture paste I had used in the background and added just a little bit of flocking to those elements to make it look like they had some snow on them. And again, just to add some more interest here and there, and just kind of, you know, enhance the, you know, that this is a Christmas card. It's snowy and festive and all sorts of things. So again, really easy to assemble. There's no right or wrong way, like I mentioned earlier. Just kind of go with what you feel looks the best to you. I don't follow any kind of like rules of three with this, or, you know, the triangle method, whatever. I just glue them down and adhere them to where I feel like it looks good and that everything fits together beautifully. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just using that same liquid glue to adhere those down, and the poinsettias are adhered down with some foam adhesive that I just stuck on the back just to give them some dimension and pop them up a little bit more, so I had room to tuck all of these fun elements around the card. Gonna get this little branch adhered here, and then this is where the video starts to kind of like cut out, where I lost it. Again, I'm not sure what happened. It just kind of cut out and it was gone. So here you can see it's all put together and pretty. I added in some clay snowflakes as well as some of this morning dew crystal drops on top of the berries, and I also added a little bit of aqua shimmer pen to the flowers, and that finished up this card for today. I apologize for the cutout of the video, but it is still a beautiful card. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down underneath this video. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer those. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of short, but this card turned out so pretty in the end. And if you did like the video, please consider hitting the like button as well as the subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos here at my YouTube channel. I'll catch up with you guys again real soon. Bye! On screen, I have a few videos that I think you'll enjoy. Please consider hitting the like button as well as the subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos here at my YouTube channel.